Hi everyone, my name is Kyle. I'm a mineral nutritional balancing practitioner and I help people detoxify their bodies and brains. Today I'm going to be talking about the mindset portion of the mineral balancing program. This is very underrated, but really I think the greatest shifts in people's lives and in their healths come when they actually change their minds. Now, changing your mind can be very hard. People tend to get really stuck in their ways, stuck in their thought patterns, and this is a big reason why many people stay sick no matter what methods they use. So I really want to break down some tips and pointers to help get your mind right when it comes to healing so you can have really maximum healing effect on this program. This is because the greatest battle most of us face is going to be in our own minds. First off, it's really important to take full responsibility for your life. This means no victim thinking. Dr. Wilson has even found that victim thinking seems to be correlated with parasite infestation. And this is because thinking like a victim has that effect on us. It drains us, it takes away our power, and that's what we don't need if we really want to heal and be an empowered individual. It's important that instead of seeing ourselves as victims and effects of our circumstances, instead bring ourselves back to the present moment and see ourselves as creators of our life, or really co-creators with the divine, if you want to look at it that way. This is an empowering stance that allows us to really refine every action and thought that we have now so we can create the lives that we want, and that includes healing. The next one is going to be all about forgiveness. A lot of people hold resentment to different people and different circumstances that have wronged them in life, and maybe even towards God just because they feel wronged by their circumstances. And unfortunately, this makes people sick. Holding on to that anger is literally making you sick. There's this Buddhist saying where being angry at someone and holding on to that is like holding a hot piece of coal in your hand and hoping the other person gets burnt. We find on mineral balancing programs that high anger is tied with high iron, and iron imbalance can create loads of different diseases in the body. So this is one mechanism that we see as to how resentment and holding on to anger towards other people can literally create physical illness. So no matter how hard it seems, really try to forgive other people. Forgive yourself as well if you're mad at yourself, because this essentially frees you and them of these terrible emotions that are making you sick. So if you're holding on to anger and resentment, it's really important to try to forgive and forgive and forgive and forgive, and eventually you may find yourself free of that burden and healthier as a result. The next one is going to be to stop worrying. A lot of people literally worry themselves sick. Their minds run amiss with all kinds of terrible thoughts of doom and gloom and things they have to do and things they're concerned about in the future. And all this does is pull our energy away from the present so that we're not healing, and we may actually be creating stress on ourselves and worsening our health. One of the worst ones this shows up with is actually worrying about our own health. I certainly was there. I dealt with a lot of worrying and anxious thoughts about, oh, I ate this piece of bread. Is it going to give me brain fog? Like, oh, is my digestion going to be good today? Oh, am I going to have enough energy to go out with friends today? Or I was just constantly trying to figure out what was wrong with me. My mind would spin in a million different directions, just trying to figure something out as to like what was ailing me. If it completely runs amiss, we'll never have peace. And if we don't have peace, we simply cannot heal. So the way we resolve this is going to be by shifting our daily language. Instead of saying, wow, this piece of bread may give me some brain fog, it's like, oh, I'm so grateful I can tolerate this piece of bread. Oh, I'm so grateful my digestion's healed so far. Oh, I literally feel myself healing today. Or I wake up in the morning and instead of saying, I feel so tired today, I say, oh, I'm really grateful that I got a good night's sleep, or I'm sure that my body can pump out enough energy for what I need to do today, and if not, I can just rest. These little tweaks throughout the day can be really, really important and really, really empowering. Another thing is practicing detachment when it comes to healing modalities and supplements and all that. This means taking a break from the program and all supplements and just living your life. This is to detach ourselves from our healing tools so we don't feel a dependency on our supplements, on our detox procedures, on whatever we're doing. This is also to remind us that these tools are just helping our bodies heal themselves, but it's ultimately our bodies that does the healing. And when we remember that and we keep that in the front of our mind, then we can trust our bodies again. And that allows us to actually live a healthy life instead of I'm constantly running from this illness, which I need to take supplements to solve, and it can be very messy. Another important one is to focus on cultivating calm and stillness. This is because really when we are calm and we are still, that is when we are in touch with our real self. I'm sure you've heard of the saying, be still and know that I am God. When we are still, this gives us the opportunity to tap into our own depth, and this includes the own depth of our energy and healing. This is when our autonomic nervous system is most ready to heal itself, when we are calm, when we are still, when we are composed. There's many ways to get to that space. It could be meditation, it could be breath work, it could be looking out to a lake in the morning, whatever it is that helps you get to that space. It's really important to have that be a consistent practice. And a practice because the more we practice it, the more easily we can tap into that calm and inner stillness so that we can access it eventually pretty much anywhere, no matter the circumstances. We don't heal when we're restless. We heal when we're calm. Above all, I feel like it's so important to keep in mind the vision of who you want to be and how healthy you want to be and the qualities and the feelings that come with that, because that becomes our North Star. That gives us hope in our heart so that no matter what challenges we may face, no matter what obstacles may come our way as we try to improve our health and become the best possible versions of ourselves, we have that vision that keeps reminding us of what we want to achieve. And then once you have this vision clear, stay focused on it. Remind yourself of it regularly. Obstacles will come up, but to those who stay persistent in the face of opposition, they will surely prosper. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. I highly suggest contemplating all these different aspects, seeing if they apply to you, where they could apply to you, because these mindset shifts have made an absolute huge difference in my own health and many of my clients as well. It's such an important part of the program because, again, if we change our minds, we can change our lives and change our health as well. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next video.